Hello everybody and welcome to one of my PGA model breakdowns over here at Awesemo.com. Of course, this tool, my model here, is a Awesemo Plus tool. So again, if you're not an Awesemo Plus member, a great time to join. Just $8.95 for the week. You get all the information I'm about to show you and so much more. Everything from Alex Awesemo Baker, the #1 fantasy player in the world. He's going to give you his projections, his ownership projections, top golfers tool, so much more. Just $8.95 for the week. So come on and join if you're not already. All right, let's jump right into my model here as we go and look at what I offer here to our Awesemo Plus subs. Going left to right is not the 102nd PGA Championship. I'm sorry. We'll erase that. Just make believe you didn't see that, all right, for a minute. All right, we go left to right here. We got the golfer's name, of course. And then if we got the official World Golf Ranking, then the model rank for this week, MYOM, standing for Make Your Own Model. We'll get into that in a second, the difference between the two. Odds, DK salaries, the ownership projected, the base rating model, and the make your own. So this is what I enter into Fantasy Cruncher. Strokes gained for the year, approach and scoring is the next for this week. This is what I call the other stats, or the other stats that I believe will be correlated best to the winner this week. The approach proximity from 2020, most 6 weeks of recent form, and 5 years of course history, along with their DraftKings points and field rank for the year. As we move below here on the across, what I'm doing here, these first three are the strokes gained analysis. Is for everybody in this field. It's that strokes gained sheet that I put out for everybody here. So take a look at that. The make your own model, of course, and the algo points is showing you how many projected points I expect them to come close to, and that's what I enter into Fantasy Cruncher along with Alex's projections and mine, and that's how I make lineups that way. Just wanted to bring that up there. Make your own model. If you want to change, you don't like the odds, you think the odds makers are silly for putting Brooks Koepka in at #1, all you got to do is go erase them, and it's going to give you a new rating there. And of course, don't worry about the smallness or the bigness of it. Just find out who in your own model is being ranked the best. And then from there, of course, you can adjust the weighting to the points in which you want to upload into Fantasy Cruncher, or you can just upload it into Fantasy Cruncher that way, and Fantasy Cruncher will make lineups even if it's based off of 40 points per player. Now I go, of course, the individual tabs: OWGR, odds, strokes gained, ranked by fields. Other stat ranks where I give you like 20 or 30 stats. Approach proximity from 2 years, 2019 and 2020. Recent form, I'm giving you 9 weeks, all the way back to the Charles Schwab. Course history, we already talked about, all the way back to 2015. And then, of course, the DraftKings points and database model, where I'm going to give you all of the players' points for quite a while. And then ownership. I'm going to give you ownership for all the players in this field, all the way back, dating to, it looks like, the Byron Nelson. So quite a while. You can go see there how I project out my ownership each week. Lastly, I break out the pricing sections as I do in my Against the Grain article for you, so you can compare golfers right next to each other and golfers that are priced right near them. Last thing I want to show you is this strokes gained database and screener. This is something that I use almost daily here on the first 3 days. What it does is it shows you all of a golfer's own strokes gained, where they're doing it, how they're doing it, all the way back to last year's Pebble Beach, AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. So we've got a ton of data in here. As you can see, Tommy Fleetwood in his 3 weeks back has yet to find his ball striking, but maybe it's starting to come around. It's gotten better each week. His putter's gotten better each week as well. So maybe trending in the right direction, Tommy Fleetwood. This is stuff that I love to absolutely look at. We can go out and see, Jordan Spieth. What's going on with Jordan Spieth? Why is he not playing that well? Well, it's interesting. He hasn't putted well. If you look back to the RBC Heritage, sure, take out the Charles Schwab. The RBC Heritage, we have 6 starts, and not one of them has he gained a full stroke putting for the week at all. So very interesting there. Jordan Spieth a little cold with his putter. But I bet you can expect to see that change pretty quickly as you date back all the way to the Pebble. He hasn't done this stretch of golf with his putter in quite some time, so I do expect that he'd go at the Farmers through the Genesis, about 4 weeks of not great putting, and he finally broke out. So I expect to see Spieth's putting break out back pretty soon here. So some great stuffs in this model. I'm sure if you are a Excel expert, that you can do so much more with this information than I do or that I have time to do with it. So feel free to download it into your own Excel and play around with it as much as possible. So until the live before lock show tonight at 8:30, or I'm doing this Wednesday. If you're watching this Thursday morning, good for you. There's not a lot of time, of course, to get your lineups in if you are, but live before lock Wednesday 8:30, and of course my 3-ball betting video that I just put out that nailed the winner. Out of only 3 golfers picked in the field last week, I nailed the winner in Colin Morikawa at 35-1, so I try and make it 2 weeks straight for that. So until then, everybody, thank you for coming by one of my model breakdowns, and we'll see you on the other side. Cheers. Actually, wait. Before I leave, I forgot something that I always do here for this. I always give you the top 10 in my model, so I apologize. We're going to back it up, and we're going to sort by my model. So anybody that may not be an Awesemo Plus member and want a couple of plays, it's coming. And you got to be a little patient with it. When I'm on this, it takes a little second. So Webb Simpson, Patrick Reed, Billy Horschel, Kevin Kisner, Brooks Koepka, Tommy Fleetwood, Charles Howell becomes the best value under 8,000. Paul Casey, Harris English, Justin Rose round out the top 10. The second guy that shows up under 8,000 would be JT Poston, and the third being Harold Varner. So a couple of guys to go off of there. So now, for real, this time, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you coming by and viewing my PGA model breakdown, and we will see you on the other side. Cheers.